So something a little bit different for you today. I'll be doing your intro. I'm packed up, ready to go. Oh, speaking of the devil, Johnson's ringing me now. Johnson! Hello?
You there, Fry?
Yeah, I'm just doing the intro, you dickhead.
Oh, did I disturb you? Where are you?
Outside my house.
I'll come to you. The way this is sent me, it took me off fucking thingy. I'm fucking only 5 minutes from the corner. I'll come to yours.
I need to nick Morrison's as well on my way though.
Yeah, I'll just come with you. You're not going to be getting there really, is it?
Nah, not really.
I go come Morrison's with that, aren't I?
Yeah.
See you with yours in a minute then, mate.
Alright, pal.
Alright, mate. See you in a minute.
Ta, bud. Yeah, so Johnson just ruining his intro there. We'll carry on. So you joined me packed up, ready to go, off to Westmoor farm fishery. Not fished it before, so not a lot I can really tell you about it other than we're fishing a double swim called Lee's Swim, which is adequate in it. Lee booked a swim in his own name. That's the arrogance of the guy. Hoping for a bit better session than last time, get amongst a few, but like I've just said, we don't know that much about it, so we'll just keep you updated on what we find out as we get there and have a look round and what we find out about the place itself. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one, and I'll see you at the lake. So we're now at Westmoor. This is Lee's Swim, all unpacked, ready to start getting set up. Johnson's here. You looking forward to it, mate?
Yeah, mate, it's going to be good, this one, innit? We haven't been here before, so we're going to do some investigation works. We're going to get marker out, bait boat and fish finder, and see what we can find out there. I'm coming to this session off the back of a bit of bad form, a couple of blanks, which means it's a blank canvas for me. I'm going to switch about with my tactics, which I'll tell you about later on. But main thing now, I'm going to do a draw, see who flip a coin for left and right. Let's go, mate. You ready? You got a quid?
Call it in the air, mate.
Come on then, mate. I'll go tails.
Heads.
Heads. You pick, mate.
Well, since you've been here, I've seen a fair few fish showing on this left hand side, so I'm going to upset Lee now and I'm going to go for the left. I just feel about that, Lee.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I've seen fish to that left, but tons of fish in here, isn't there? So we'll have a good go for them. I'm confident.
Yeah, I am always.
Let's get our stuff set up now.
Bit of an habit this, isn't it, mate, seeing me catch?
Calm down then, son. There's one in the net. Get in, lad.
Yeah, nice feeling, mate. Job done. Off home. Retired. Mate, is this cunt trying to mug me off? It's a first fish, only a little one. What would you say, Johns? 9, something like that?
Yeah, about £9 in it, mate, yeah?
Yeah, off my right hand rod, just a mid-water spot.
Good to get off the mark.
Yeah, I'll take it, nice little common, pristine, innit? Do for me, mate, for the first one, hopefully a few more.
Yeah, man. We finally got set up. We haven't been set up that long, and Fry Dog was in. Just the one fish so far. We've done a bit of markering, checked out what's in front of us. I found a few spots, now to report from them though so far. Rods have been in the water about 4 hours now, I reckon. About right, in it?
Yeah, I mean my spots are pretty obvious, weren't they, mate? Like, I've got fish showing, so I've fished where I've seen fish showing.
Yeah.
I've kept my disturbance to a minimum, so I haven't really felt out my swim. I haven't marked. I've literally, within 10 minutes of being on my swim, seen fish showing 3 different places. So first night I've put my rods down, within what, an hour?
Yeah.
I'd had one little 1 minute 10 pounder.
Yeah, and you've had plenty of showing since as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
so
yeah, plenty of fish showing, but
confident we'll get into a few. I've stuck for a spot at about 14 wraps, put 2 rods on it and then 1 down my margin. I think tomorrow though I have seen fish show a bit shorter than that, so I think I'm going to pull them back to maybe 12 wraps and put a fair bit of bait out. It's pretty uniform out there, there isn't much change in depth. You've got sort of 4 foot, then 6 foot in the middle and then back up to 4 foot. There isn't really that much variation. It's a sandy bottom.
yeah, bottom's pretty clear, and
Yeah,
apart from close to island.
Real clear, real clear. Ideal I think for a good bed of bait, put a couple of rods on it and then maybe have 1 rod roaming. And that's what we'll go with tomorrow if we don't have any more through the night.
Got Johnson in. Feel any good, Lee?
Yeah, it feels alright, doesn't it? Been a long time since I've had a fish on.
Yeah, hopefully a bit better than the 10 pounders I've been having, mate.
Proper nerve-wracking this.
Johnson with his little spuggy legs out, look.
Never been so nervous in my life. Bad with the foam. 2 blanks. It's in there.
Take it, mate.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
it gets me off the blank. Get in. Proper buzzing with this one. It's been a long while since I've actually caught a fish. It ends me run of bad luck. And I've got a nice 15-pound common. First one for me on this trip. It was caught on my furthest spot, fishing at about 18 wraps, straight out in front of me. Gives me a bit of confidence now, going into, we've got 2 more nights left, and hopefully I can get 1 or 2 more. We have actually had a few of the smaller fish, so we're not going to bother showing them though. They're only like £10 and we have had a few. If we get any bigger ones, we'll show you them.
Can't. That's I've been here a couple of days now.
Can I?
Yeah, just speak in your normal accent. Like, now. We've been here a couple of days now. Old boy. Like, just speak how you fucking speak. Been here a couple of days now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get what you're trying to be posh for.
Yeah, I know.
Been here a couple of days now. Like, you never fucking speak like that.
Do I not?
No, you don't. You're from all, you dickhead.
Oh, then fair enough. We've been here a couple of days now. Had time to figure a few bits out, and now we're probably at a time where I can probably tell you a few things what you might need to know before you come here.
Yeah, so for me, like, your first thing, mate, is every peg you can get your car to the back of, so you don't really need a barrier. You can't leave your car behind your peg because it is still a bit of a working quarry. So once you've unpacked, I mean, he's pretty lenient, isn't he, mate? Like, he's not coming round pushing you. We was a good hour or 2 setting up.
Yeah.
Set up, get your empty bags back into your car, and anything you're not going to use, and then there's a little car park down near the main reception where you leave your car.
Yeah, that's a good starting point, so you won't need a barrow. That's always saves room in the van. Then you've got good toilet facilities and a shower. Really good plumbing as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean that surprised me, because when you look at it, it's an old container, so you're thinking, oh, is this going to be a bit ropey or what? And it's all tiled in it, and you got one of the
it's got a boiler in it.
Yeah,
good hot
water. Yeah, that surprised me as well, mate. Across the board, I think them toilet facilities are up there, rather like, unless you've got a full-on toilet brick built block.
Yeah,
I don't think you're getting much better than what you've got.
No, it's definitely as good as you get in.
And there's an extra toilet if you're caught short and you're desperate, isn't there?
Yeah,
like there's one round the side as well.
2 showers, 2 toilets, fully serviced. It's next door to a tackle shop as well. It's right at the beginning of the lake as you come in, which you can buy tackle, bait. Got plenty of stuff in there. Clothes.
Yeah, it's got some good bits on it.
You can get takeaways, so food. We've been cooking breakfast and we had a barbecue yesterday, but we've had a couple of takeaways, haven't we? So we'll have a takeaway tonight.
Yeah, takeaway tonight, that'll be his last one, won't it? But yeah, the takeaways are pretty alright as well, aren't they? In terms of, there's not a great deal of choice. I think there's 2 that come here. There's an Indian place that does a bit of everything, isn't there? And then there's a pizza shop as well. But you are in the middle of nowhere in Case there. So it's not like you're in the middle of a big town, is it?
That's good enough, though.
Yeah, it's plenty in it.
They drive it right down the long road to the lake, and so you haven't got to go far for it. Just a quick walk up to where the reception is and he drops it off. What else is there? Cracking. Pegs are spacious, like we're on a double, and it is a good double, so we've got like a social area and 2 bivvies set up, plenty of room on the peg.
I tell you what else I've clocked, mate. Every swim seems to have a bench as well, a decent bench, like a pub bench. And the single swims, it's got one in between the 2 swims, so you don't overly need to worry about bringing plenty of stuff to sit down on, do you? Yeah. And you would get 2 big 2-man bivvies on this peg and still have a lot of room.
Good to eat at as well, innit? It's a lot easier than sitting on your knee. It's got electric hookup as well, hasn't it? So,
yeah, we haven't bothered with that. For 3 nights we don't really need it, do we? We've got enough stuff charged and that to get through, but that is a little comfort if you want it. And it's, what is it, a £5 a night?
£5 a night, I think, yeah. But we're what are we on now? We're on Sunday. Quick update on the fishing. We're on to 7 fish between us. Unfortunately, the biggest one's been £15. That's the only slight negative at the minute. We've sort of like had 4, 5.
What's my biggest 12?
Yeah, 10, between 10 and 12.
I've had a smaller stamp on that, but he did say that to us, didn't he? That the bigger fish, less fish come from your side, but the bigger fish tend to come from that side. But for me, mate, I think one of the positives around that, well, for me personally, is that he is removing them fish.
Yeah.
So when you catch a common under 12 or a bream, keep it in your net or put it in your retaining sling, which they provide for you, and he will take them away and they're put into a different lake. So I think in the long run, mate, I think you will be coming here for an average stamp of them 15-pounders.
And just to get it in as well, I have had 3 bream, so not only am I back in the room with a carp, I am now turning into bream king.
Yeah, it is nice for you to chip in with a few fish, mate. I mean, the pressure's been on me on these vlogs, really. I've not been out catching you, you've been blanking. Yeah. It is nice for you to take a bit of the strain off me and actually chip in with a few fish for once. I was starting to tell him just go camping or something instead, mate, because I don't think this fishing game's for you. But yeah, he's chipped in with a nice big, well, not big, but you know, the biggest fish of the session so far. So my aim from now is to try make sure I've still got some bragging rights and to beat his 15-pounder before we go.
But now that I'm back on the board, I'm in the game, I will be back on top.
Hopefully, mate. Need some competition. It's boring when you just come and win and bag up all the time anyway.
Yeah, it has been embarrassing, to be fair.
Yeah, for me, mate, so you only need to bring your nets. You've got a weighing station on your swim, haven't you?
Yeah,
It's purpose built. It provides the mats and the slings. So, well, it's a cradle, isn't it? A decent Nash cradle and slings. So you just bring in your nets, really. You don't need to bring anything else.
Yeah. So that's a bit of a recap in it. So it's slings, cradles you don't need, barrier you don't need, seating you probably
you'd get away with it, but it's nice to have your cut. Like, if you're happy to sit at a bench for a weekend, then fair enough. Yeah. But for me, I do like a bit of comfort as well. Like, the bench is spot on for eating at in it, and sat watching England playing a bit and have a beer.
And that's what we're going to do for the day. Sit and watch England. First game of the Euros.
And it's coming home as well, so.
Again, it's coming home. England will probably perform as well as my fishing has over the last 6 months.
So that's us out in the groups.
Yeah, we're not even beating Scotland, are we?
No. So we probably will give you an update after the football, and we'll let you know if it's still coming home or not.
Let me have that orange one.
No.
Come on. Fucking. That's just mean. You fucking horrible bastard. I bet there isn't even an orange one left. It's my fucking favourite.
Yeah, you can have them ones.
What, the yellow? Like watermelon. Cheers. Fucking nice one.
You chew them too loud.
I enjoy them though. When you chew loud.
You chew everything like you should eat from a trough.
I enjoy stuff. Go on.
Get in.
Go on then!
Fucking staring at donkey.
There you go. Back in the room. Another one. And this is the next fish of the session. Takes us to about 8 fish now. We weren't gonna bother showing these small ones. We was hoping to get into some of the big ones. We are running out of time. And this is just another common. We haven't weighed it. What are you giving me, Fry? About £10?
Yeah, I'll give you £10, £11, mate.
Yeah. Good sport like, but it would have been good to get amongst the big uns. Get this one back. We've got a night to go. I'm going to talk to you now a little bit about our tactics, what we've been using. I know when we first started we said we weren't ever going to touch on this, but we have had a little bit of feedback saying that it is something that has been missing from the vlogs. We'll see how it goes. It probably suits quite right on this session. I've been on a bit of a bad run of form. It's a new venue to us, and I have changed my tactics massively just for this session. One, just to try and get myself a bite, and two, because I don't know what works here. So one of the things what I have done is I've pretty much stripped back my fishing. I've sort of changed some rigs, and the main one is I've changed my bait. I am a big believer of the last 6-10 inches or whatever, however long the last end of your rig is the most important part. So what I've done is I've actually got in touch with a bait company, a local bait company, Northern Monkeys Up Baits, and they do bespoke up baits for me. He's got a big range. He's a local guy, which I'm a big advocate of anyways, giving local trade and that. He's got a good selection, which I've chose an handful from, but he does also, if you've got any ideas, he will have a go at making some baits that you might want to try yourself, which there is a couple here which I've said, look, I won't mind something that's a little bit nutty, you know, but mixed with other flavours, and he has a go at them. I do know the effort what goes into them, and I do know the good quality baits, so that's what I've done. I've got some wafter baits, some bottom baits and some pop-ups. Obviously, not knowing what works here, I've basically give every one a try, or every type a try. So I've started off with wafters and bottom baits. What I've found, as it happens on this one, the smaller wafters do seem to be attracting the bream, but on lakes that ain't got nuisance fish, they'll probably be working a treat. But what I have found on this one, the sort of big match the hats type up baits, bottom baits, are the ones that are working for us, and that's what I'm going to be using going forward. So I've got a krill one, I've got a palm nuts one which he does, and I've got some pink sort of like buttercorn ones, and then I've got some krill and liver ones, as well as a range of loads of other ones. This is just where I started. As it happens, it's started off reasonably well for me. I've had a good few fish, and we'll see how they do going forward on future sessions. So this is what I'll be using.
This will probably be my last fish, unless Lee does any more before we go. Has been a bit of a disappointing trip, to be fair. Not as productive as we thought it'd be. I am bothered weighing this one, so a nice little mirror. We'll see you on the next one.
It's that time again. The end of the session is here. No more fish to report from last night. Just fry dog with that mirror early hours this morning.
Yeah, for me, mate, I'm a little bit disappointed, really. I'd have liked to have seen a couple of the bigger fish. Obviously, what we've had's been good sport, but I did come for a 20, as I always do, mate, so a little bit disappointed, really, to not see any of the 20s.
Yeah, that's the only sour taste, isn't it? Just that didn't get into the big fish. But never mind, it's how it goes. We've got a few more fish under our belt.
Yeah.
And we'll move on to the next one now. Until next time.